So now what's the problem? The problem is because other things are blocking us from reaching the essence of water, the actual properties of water. It's the same for us. If we want to understand our real selves, then we need to separate ourselves from other things which might block our view from viewing us, the real us, right? And the most important blockage which I have understood from the durus of Asatiza is this body. So, because a lot of us think of ourselves as bodies merely. That's why we care about our bodies. I'm traveling 3 hours to another city to be able to eat a biryani. Okay, once in a blue moon makes sense to go out with a family with other purposes. But if this becomes a routine, daily, then we have to ponder. Imam Ali says, Jisne ek lamha, the one who wastes 1 second, in this lifetime, in akhirah he will regret it. Why ek lamha? Because فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرٍ. Kash usme kuch acha kar leta. I wish I could have utilized it in some, instead of wasting Allah. So, you have seen youngsters thinking of, I'm killing time. Oh, time is really something we should kill? Yeah? Or are we killing ourselves? So, this is basically coming back. Because the person has understood himself to be body, he is willing to fulfill all needs of the body. And one of the things he considers is whatever body desires for, whatever body asks for. And what are the risks of this? There's a lot of risks associated with this. As soon as death comes, body remains. Ooh, everything I did was for this body. Who was I? So this is the time to understand before we depart from this world. Okay, so the Brahma is the first, and please recite a salawat. Asad bhai, please. With this, Ungdomar, you will do iska come from. Ajo. Allahumma. He is our pizza lover, so he should be listening to us, yeah. But he likes plow also. We found out yesterday. So the big thing, मेरी जान. आप ये सारी बातें सुने, okay? We never heard all these things, but we were in a different environment. So, but inshallah, it's very important for you. Okay. So, and of course, you can counter. You can raise questions afterwards or send them to me via Siptan Bhai or anyone. Imran Bhai is also his leader of Ungdom Marna here. So you can route questions via him also. So I am ready to have argumentation, inshallah. So the first, please recite a salawat. So one of the things where we can take help from, so one of the means is the world of dreams. A dream can help us understanding what I am not in terms of body. Okay, I don't want us to start thinking like paranoids who always talk about each and everything they see in their dream and they start, living in another world. No, but of course there is a type of dream which is reality, which has some real essence to it. In Quran Kareem, Parvardigar says that he taught Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam ilm of ta'bir, so he could decode what has been said in dream. Okay, so there is one type of dreams which is definitely sadiq. So this is what we are talking about. But even if we take everything, for example, just on holistically right now, yesterday we gave an example. Okay, I'm seeing myself, I'm dreaming that I'm in the middle of a street, a car is speeding towards me, I'm going to die, I cry, Ya Ali Madad, and all of a sudden something happens and I wake up. I say, thank God it was a dream. So then the question is, who was standing there? Who was feeling the fear? Right? Who was calling Imam Ali? The body was here on my bed.
MashaAllah.
So who was that person who was experiencing all that? There's more to it. Okay? If we dig deeper in the world of dreams, it's very mesmerizing, but the idea is not to enjoy the dreams. The purpose is to understand that there is reality beyond this material world. Even if we grab this one message, one point, that there is something beyond matter, it's enough, inshallah, for these 10 days.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
Enough. Okay. So, Shaheed Mutari, he, rahmatullah alayh, before coming of Muharram, he has some dreams which are very, 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 very extraordinary dreams. So, one of the dreams was Ayam Aza are about to come, and he was an intellectual personality. He was very much involved in designing curriculum for Tehran University, stuff like that. He was very extraordinary. So, naturally, he was too busy with other things and he was ignoring Majalis and Mimbar. So he sees a dream where he sees Agha Burjardi, who passed away in the same month, I think Shawwal probably, he passed away that year. And who was Agha Burjardi? Agha Burjardi was Marja Taqleed. So in his sense, he is Marja Taqleed, he's such a big scholar. And he sees himself, to cut it short, in that there's a Majlis Azan, people are waiting for someone, and Agha Burjardi comes and he does not sit on where normally the ulama sits. He goes on a chair and he starts his khitab by saying, "We who are Zakireen of Hussain, Hum Hussain ke Zakireen." And Shaheed Mutari is wondering, but he's such a big Murja Taqleed, he's calling himself, just introducing, so he's perplexed. Then some vision change, and then he sees Agha Burjardi in a very nice bagh. Threadgood is the right translation, or something beyond. Very nice. So there is water flowing, and he's seeing half of Agha Burjardi's face is inside, and I'm there and I'm trying to approach him because he was my ustad. So I wanted to go to him. And he's crying, Ya Hussain, Ya Hussain, Ya Ibn Zahra, Ya Ibn Ali. And he doesn't care if anyone is noticing. He's just crying, himself reciting, and says, what is this? And then he wakes up, and he calls Agha Qummi, who was famous for giving tabir of dreams. And Shaheed Mutari says, I don't know from where he got this, but what he said was true. What did he say? He said to me, Agha Mutari, do not ignore the Naukri of Hussain. And he said, oh my God, I was so involved in intellectual activities. मेरा ध्यान नहीं था कि मैं मजलिस पढ़ूं, मेंबर जाऊं, ये काम. No. But what he said was true. He said, stop ignoring, do not ignore. 3 days was remaining in Muharram. So the message was this. Okay, one example. Another one. Now this is getting now intense. So who is that who is seeing all this? Of course, Agha Mutari, his body is on his bed, right? He's sleeping. So in another dream, he says that I'm passing through a street and I see someone sitting on the street in a very bad hal. I said maybe he's very poor, and he's sitting, I think, in front of a cinema or something like that. So he calls me, I go near to him and I say, how are you, and this and that. He says, I am the owner of cinema. And he had passed away, actually. He was dead. So he's dreaming. And I have a message from my family, for my family, to do, there was maybe some debts or something, some haqooqul ibad or no, something. But Agha Mutari says that, I don't know your family. How am I going to contact them? He says, note down my phone number. So Agha Mutari says, then he starts saying his phone number, and I start memorizing it. When I woke up, I remembered that phone number. So I wrote it down on paper immediately. I called that number, and it was his house. And when I told them to do this, and they understood the message, and of course there was some truth to it, they confirmed, and they did probably whatever he wanted them to do. So another place where people who have passed away, who are in alam barzakh, matter and then barzakh, they contact you. If your soul is elevated enough, they will contact you. Whatever the system is, they get permission, and whoever is picked up, and they will express whatever the problems they are facing and ask you to do something for them. Another very big example is this, and it has happened quite a lot. I think many people know this. Probably one another example in my mind is where an alim din in Damascus saw his family start seeing Hazrat Sakina bintul Hussain salamullah alaiha, that my grave is filled with water. So each and every family member is seeing the same dream as the night is passing, and eventually he goes because he was scared that it might not be true, but eventually when they went there and saw whatever they saw, it was actually damaged with water. So the crux of the matter is that we have to ask ourselves, who is that person who's experiencing all this, and where? If I am my body, then body is here, right? The second thing, maybe we have some time remaining. Check, please recite a salawat. So I guess we will stop the discussion of Insaan here. So the crux of the matter is, okay, what should we do? Should we start ignoring the body? No, then what's the role of body in the entire game, I would say? In the entire story, what role is the body playing? So body, of course, the example which teachers give us is, body is the savari, is the carrier, is the horse that we should ride on, and it's given to us so we can reach from one place to another, which is alawa. In the material world where we are living, the body is the savari, is the horse. So we have to take care of the horse as well, because the horse health, uski jo bhi condition hai, it's going to affect us, right? And we are going to affect the horse as well. But we cannot mistake ourselves to be the horse. That's the crux of it. Okay, separate. When we start separating, okay, what's the use of knowing that I'm not the horse? But then you start doing something for your real self. You cannot spend all your life thinking about the horse. Okay, because horse is going to leave you at one point of time when the journey ends. Right? And this is one of the biggest challenge when we are living in societies where humans are considered to be bodies only. Right? Then what's the difference between us and animal? We are just a improved form of an animal. So there is no big difference. So we are going to challenge that when we are talking to our youngsters, that no, we can challenge that in many ways. But one of the things is that no, I'm not my body. ये सारा crux है. ये नहीं छोड़ना. We are going to use this सारा जो deduction है आज का in future inshallah to understand Tawheed, to understand Maa'rifat inshallah in the bigger picture. So we take this inshallah, and when we move on, we will build 3-4 more arguments, and then inshallah we will try to reach somewhere. So this is still a bridge for us, this concept inshallah. Please recite a salawat. So for last 2 years we are discussing Jami Kabira. When we come to Ahleybayt, the Maa'rifat, the second bit of our topic, and we have been seeing a quick revision that starts with Salam. Salam alaikum ya Ahleybayt and Nubuwa. So for Salam, the most important thing that we learned previously is that Salam, when Ahleybayt are saying Salam to someone or teaching us to say Salam to someone, that Salam is not relative. Me and you, we can greet each other depending on our bondings. It has nothing to do with reality, right? Yeah, I can greet you by saying, oh, the best person of the world. In reality, not you, but in general. You may be the best person, but you know, our loved ones, we greet. But Salam and Masoom is not like that. When Imam Ali was writing letter to the ruler of Syria, he writes, in the end, Salam us par jo laiq salam ho. Salam is for the person who deserves to be salam. Wow. Same thing, the daughter of Amirul Mu'minin, says to Yazid in Darbar Shah, why didn't you say salam to me? Salam us par jo laiq salam. So what did we understand when we had been taught to say to Qamar ibn Hasim, assalamu alayka ya ayyuhal abdu salih? So we understand that, okay, Masum is saying Qamar ibn Hasim should be greeted in this way. Salam ho aap par, abd salih. Abd. So okay. So we understood that ubudiyat is a maqam, is a level. Or koi acha word? How do you say? So there are maqamat, there are levels. Niveau. Okay. Niveau. Okay, ubudiyat is a niveau. Definitely it's a niveau. Whoever reaches that niveau becomes laiq salam.
MashaAllah.
Salam is not relative when it comes to Ahlul Bayt. That's one important. Whoever reaches that, Abbas says, the niveau is there before. Allah has created those maqamat before, right? Okay. Or those maqamat are created because someone has done that practice before. I don't know, maybe Urafa will tell all what is this. But we know that definitely that maqam ubudiyat. Okay, the purpose of existence is ubudiyat. Okay, purpose of existence is ubudiyat. But we don't find this example of calling others, greeting others with respect, of mentioning ubudiyat. Does that mean the way Abbas has done ubudiyat, no one else has done after Masumin? We don't know. We don't know, but we definitely know. I mean, apart from Ahlul Bayt and this family, there are very, very real examples maybe when we are taught. And it's mentioned in his ziyarat. Why? Al-muti'u lillahi wa li rasul. Because you were surrendering. Obedience to the level of complete surrender. So you deserve this salam. Sayyidah Zainab Salamullah, same thing. Oh, I don't know her maqamat, of course, when Masum is saying, Anti, kya hai, muallimatun alim, Anti alimatun ghayru muallima. You are not being taught in this world. What does that mean? Ilm ladunni.
MashaAllah.
Ilm ladunni. Parvardigar gives that to his prophets. I mean, what is happening in this family? We don't know. Okay, so salam is not relative. Salam is not out of emotions. Salam is based on realities when it comes from Ahlul Bayt. So now Ahlul Bayt, Assalamu alaikum ya Ahlul Bayt in Nubuwah. Okay, Ahlul Bayt in Nubuwah was the first thing. We discussed that Nabuwat, there is a difference between Nabi and Nabuwat. Nabi is a person. Whoever is a part of his family is Ahleybayt Nabi. Yusuf alayhi salam's brothers, they are part of Yaqub's family, Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salam's. So they can be called Ahleybayt Nabi, right? Because they are family. But Nabuwat is an institution.
Yeah, MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
Ahleybayt Nubuwah. What does that mean? There are ajib wa gharib tafasir which Buzurgan have done for this. Ajib wa gharib explanations. But to simplify, so a Nabi is someone who is connected with Alam Ghaib, who is connected with his Lord. And aam person jo hai, chalta firta aadmi, he is not. Right? And that's the basic difference. That's the basic difference. That he is connected. We are not. Right?
Yes.
So, this connection, after Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, leaves his horse in this world, leaves the body, leaves the horse in this world, and leaves to somewhere else, the next realm. So our brothers believe that there is no connection between Allah and now the planet Earth, the universe, and all is running by itself. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. We say, oof, this is a very, very dangerous tasawwur, very, very dangerous belief. Now everything is relative. If we believe that, who is going to endorse what the truth is? You say one thing, I say one thing. But we Ahlul Bayt followers, we say no. We have Ahlul Bayt. We have Ahleybayt and Nubuwwah. Okay, there are different kinds of connections. Awhayna ila Umm Musa. We sent wahi towards Umm Musa. It has something to do with Nabuwat? No. We are sending wahi towards the honeybee, Surah Nahl. And we are telling the honeybee what to do. Okay. Now, where's the wahi is not limited to prophethood. Wahi is a divine message which Allah can send to whoever He wants. Right? That wahi tashri which came on Rasulullah, that's a different story. Nobody is arguing about that. So, if a honeybee is connected with Allah and doing his job, right? Why is there so much wondering if Ahlul Bayt and Nabuwwat cannot be connected to Allah? Right? If honeybee is connected, and Allah is saying, I have imparted what he has to do. I have imparted the instructions. Yeah, all the instructions are delivered, and Taroz Qayamat, the honeybee is following that. And we don't argue, right? I'm telling my brothers. So then there is no point in thinking, oh, it's not possible that there is some connection between Khaliq and Makhluk. No, there is solid connection. So when we are saying Nabuwat, it's the same. It's the same that, no, there are people who are still connected to Allah and act according to His wishes. And each and everything is like same, which the maqam of Rasulullah was, وَمَا يَنْتِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. And believing that is ubudiyat. That's what we were saying yesterday, that Qamar Bani Hashim was 100% sure what Imam Hussain is saying is coming from Allah. That is ubudiyat. That he is Khalifatullah right now. He is the Imam. If he is asking me that we should move, we should leave Medina, we should leave Medina. Right? And that is the next salam was, and then the salam continues. Mahabbat al-Wahi is the same thing. You are Mahabbat al-Wahi, you are the place where Wahi comes, and all the four salams, the first four salams are more or less delivering the same message. Please recite a salawat. Assalamu alaikum ya Ahleybayt an-Nubuwwah wa Mawdi' ar-Risala wa Mukhtalaf al-Malaika wa Mahabbat al-Wahi. Mukhtalaf al-Malaika we discussed also. Mukhtalaf is not like Mukhtalif, which we say in Urdu, which means different. Mukhtalaf, the easiest and simplest translation, Mukhtalaf al-Malaika, malaika ke amad o raft ka maqam, aane jaane ki jagah. So coming and going, both arrival and departure, continuous movements of malaika, aap hain, wo connection. And what Rasulullah says, one of the instruction which Imam has given us, Imam Masum alayhi salam, is to protest for Aimma, for their right with our brothers who do not believe in Imamat, is Surah Qadr. تَنَزَّلُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَالرُّوحُ فِيهَا بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهِمْ مِنْ كُلِّ أَمْرٍ. So this تَنَزَّلُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ, and Malaika are descending, the angels are descending on planet Earth. Who are they contacting? Who are they in contact with? Where are they bringing this umur? Min kulli amr. So Shab-e Qadr was not limited to Prophet's life, right? Shab-e Qadr, Imam says, is coming every year. So there has to be someone, right? There has to be someone jiske paas malaika aayega.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Right? So Ana or Jana, most, I think, famous or most heard example or easily understood example is that of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad ajjal farajam. We have hadith, we have quotes from Aimma that there are duties of groups of malaika which are deputed on his zari, on his shrine. One guru comes, one guru leaves, one guru is deputed to see what azadars, azarin are facing there. So entire system is running there, coming and going. This will continue till mahshar. One guru comes, does ziyarat, one guru goes. So one is deputed there for different. So the system is running. So we have a lot of examples. Hazrat Fatima Zahra salamu alayha, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad ajjal farajam. Authentic hadith we have after Rasulullah's demise from this world, Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam used to come regularly. Hazrat Zahra salam alayha. And there is no ta'ajjub in this, because if Maryam salam alayha was in contact with Malaika, when Zakaria alayhi salam, this is Quran, right? Zakaria alayhi salam saw that there is food, right? While he had locked the door from outside, so Maryam is protected inside, is protected, she's safe inside. He comes, he sees food. Where is it coming from, Maryam? It's coming from Allah. Who is bringing? Malaika are bringing. And Maryam knows that it's Malaika, right? Right? Otherwise, an armed person might die of shock, right? What is happening? The door is locked. Who are you? No. She was in regular contact with the angels. That's why when angel came and gave her basharat, she did exactly what the angel was saying. There's no, I mean, angels were not a stranger to her. So there is no ta'ajjub. And if the Quran is saying, وَوَحَيْنَا إِلَىٰ أُمِّ مُوسَى, I did wahi to the mother of Musa and the entire plan. So she is scared already of Pharaoh, that my baby is going to be killed by Pharaoh, murdered by the Pharaoh. And what Allah is saying, put him in a box and let him flow. Put him in the box, put the box in water. Oh, think about a normal mother who is already scared about his child. Will she do that? A mother has to be 100% sure it's coming from Allah.
MashaAllah.
Allahu Akbar. So she understood that this is Allah's plan, right? So there is no ta'ajjub. Mukhtalaf al-malaika. Malaika ke aane jaane ka maqam aap par salam. All their risala is the same. These 4 salam, inshallah, we have to move forward. So we will stop this discussion here. Mawza risala, risalat ka maqam. Risalat has to have a maqam. The job of Nabi is to convert people, bring people to the path, the main job. The job of Wasi is easily translated to keep people on track and stop them from deviating here and there. Keep them and guide them to the right path, right? So this is the basic crux of our 4 salam. Please recite a salawat. Okay. Okay, I think we will stop it here. 2 محرم عزیزان گرامی آج ہو گئی ہے اور مختصر ذکر مصیبت بھی کرنا ہے. شراف کے مقام پر امام حسین علیہ السلام کا کاروان جب پہنچا ہے تو what Imam Hussain was saying, پانی اپنی جو نارمل ضروریات ہیں تمہاری پانی اس سے زیادہ جمع کر لو. اور عباس تو ظاہر ہے وہ ہے جو سوال نہیں کرتا نا حسین سے, تو پانی جمع کر لیا ہے. صبح طلوع ہونے سے پہلے پانی جمع کر لو. شراف کا مقام ہے یہ. منزلیں کربلا اور مکہ کے درمیان کسی منزل کا ذکر کر رہا ہوں. جب دن طلوع ہوا تو کسی ٹائم پر امام دیکھ رہے ہیں ایک طرف اور پوچھ رہے ہیں اپنے اصحاب سے, کچھ دکھائی دے رہا ہے تم لوگوں کو؟ کہا فرزند رسول ایسا لگ رہا ہے کھجور کے درخت ہیں. کہا نہیں, غور سے دیکھو, ایک لشکر ہے جو ہماری جانب آ رہا ہے. اور وہ لشکر جب نزدیک آیا تو کون تھا وہ؟ جس کے لیے پانی جمع کیا تھا وہ ہر اپنے لشکر کے ساتھ آ گیا. اب امام نے کہا بھیا عباس دیکھو چہروں سے تھکے ہوئے اور پیاسے لگ رہے ہیں, بات تو ہم ان سے بعد میں کریں گے, ان کو پہلے پانی پلایا. اب پانی امام نے پلانا شروع کیا. امام کے اصحاب پانی پلا رہے ہیں, انصار پانی پلا رہے ہیں, کچھ جانوروں پہ ڈال رہے ہیں. مولا آداب سکھا رہے ہیں, دیکھو جانوروں کو جب تک 3 بار منہ نہیں ہٹا لے تو پانی اس کے آگے سے ہٹانا نہیں, 3 بار میں پانی پیتا ہے. ایک اس عالم میں نگاہ امامت سے کوئی پوشیدہ نہیں, اس میں ہمارے لیے میسج ہے کہ ایک سپاہی نیریٹ کرتا ہے کہ آئی واز لیفٹ بیہائنڈ, میں پیچھے رہ گیا تھا, بہت پیچھے رہ گیا تھا. تو میں جب پہنچا ہوں تو میں نے دیکھا کہ کوئی متوجہ نہیں ہے میری طرف. اینڈ سب اپنا اپنا بزی ہیں پانی پینے میں. میں بہت زیادہ پیاسا تھا. ایسے میں نے دیکھا کہ ایک بہت ہی باوقار شخصیت میرے نزدیک آئے. ان کے ہاتھ میں پانی تھا. انہوں نے مجھے کہا اپنا اونٹ کو بٹھاؤ. میں نے بٹھایا, لیکن میں اس کو ہم اردو میں کہتے ہیں اتنا زیادہ پینک تھا پیاس سے کہ پانی گرنا شروع ہو گیا, میں پی نہیں پا رہا تھا. تو انہوں نے اپنے ہاتھوں سے مشکیزہ تھام کر میرے منہ میں پانی انڈیلنا شروع کیا, تو میں سیراب ہو گیا. بعد میں مجھے پتہ چلا کہ یہ حسین ابن علی تھے. یہ حسین ابن علی تھے جن کو گرفتار کرنے آیا تھا نا, وہ پانی کی فکر میں ہے کہ یہ پیاسا ہے. یہ ہے حسین. اب عزیزان گرامی, حر اور مولا حسین کے ساتھ ساتھ چل رہے ہیں دونوں قافلے, دونوں کاروان, یہاں تک کہ وہ مقام آ گیا کہ اب حر نے کہہ دیا مولا اس سے آگے جانے کی مجھے اجازت نہیں ہے. روایت آپ سب نے سن رکھی. کس مقام پر آ گئے ہم؟ مولا پوچھ رہے ہیں نام بتلاؤ, کون سی جگہ ہے. اب یہ ظاہر ہے یہ تذکرے ہمارے لیے ہیں, ہم تک میسج پہنچے. لوگ نام بتا رہے ہیں, نینوا ہے, شت ہے, یہ ہے, وہ ہے. نہیں, میں کسی کے منہ سے نکلا کہ مولا اس جگہ کو کربلا بھی کہتے ہیں. اعوذ باللہ من الکرب والبلا. کسی نے کہا کہ فرزند رسول یہ زمین انبیاء اور اولاد انبیاء کو راس نہیں آتی. دیکھیں ایک سابقہ ہے, اب اس قول کا نا غور کریں کیوں اس نے یہ کہا. کیونکہ تاریخ میں یہ چیزیں موجود تھیں اس وقت بھی. کس طرح سے انبیاء نے, اب بات جا رہی ہے کہیں اور لیکن سنتے جائیں, پھر کیا پتہ اگلا محرم ہمارے نصیب میں ہے یا نہیں, ذکر ہوتا ہے. آدم علیہ السلام سے لے کے ہمارے پاس روایت ہے. جلدی اب میں تھوڑا سا دیکھوں اس کو, کہ جب حوا سلام اللہ علیہ کو ڈھونڈ رہے تھے تو زمین کربلا پہ چوٹ لگ گئی, خون بہا. کہا پروردگار یہ کیا ہوا؟ کہاں یہاں تمہاری اولاد میں سے, ہاں تو میں نے چاہا ہے کہ تم بھی تھوڑا سا. اب یہ پروردگار کیوں کہلوا رہا ہے, یہ شریک کیوں کر رہا ہے مصیبت حسین میں؟ پتہ نہیں کیا منزلیں ہیں جو انبیاء کو بھی ضرورت ہے کہ وہ مصیبت حسین میں آنسو بہائیں, اس میں شریک ہوں, درد اٹھائیں. ابراہیم علیہ السلام اپنے گھوڑے سے گرے, خون بہا. کہا پروردگار غلطی ہو گئی؟ کہا نہیں غلطی نہیں ہوئی, تمہاری اولاد میں سے حسین اس سرزمین پر شہید کیا جائے گا. میں نے کہا تم بھی تھوڑی سی مصیبت اٹھا لو. اللہ اکبر. موسیٰ علیہ السلام کے واقعات اب عبور کروں. گزر رہے ہیں مولائے کائنات, جب جا رہے ہیں صفین کے لیے امیر شام سے لڑنے. ایک مرتبہ رک گئے اس مقام پر, خاک اٹھا کر سونگنا شروع کی اور پھر دھاڑے مار مار کر رونا شروع کر. فرماتے جاتے تھے یہی عاشقوں کی وعدہ گاہ ہے, یہیں ان کی سواریاں رکیں گی, یہیں ان کے خون بہائے جائیں گے, یہیں ان کے مزار بنیں گے. فرزند رسول یہ جگہ انبیاء اور اولاد انبیاء کو راس نہیں آئی. 2 محرم ہے, حسین ابن علی کربلا پہنچ گئے. آئیے اپنے دلوں کو روانہ کریں کربلا کی طرف. ایک مرتبہ اتارا گیا ہے شہزادی زینب کو سواری سے. کہنے لگی بھیا جب سے اس سرزمین پر قدم پڑے ہیں دل بڑا غم سے پھٹا جا رہا ہے. کہنے لگے بہن زینب ایک بات بتلا دوں, یہی وہ مقام تھا کہ جب ہمارے بابا بھیا حسن کی گود میں سر رکھ کر سو رہے تھے, ایک مرتبہ نیند سے اٹھ کر گریا شروع کیا اور کیا بتلاتے ہیں کہ میں نے خواب دیکھا ہے. اب زینب سن رہی ہے کہ خواب کیا تھا. کہا بابا نے فرمایا کہ میں دیکھ رہا ہوں کہ یہی میدان ہے اور میرے سامنے خون کا ایک دریا ہے کہ جس کے درمیان ایک بے کس وہ مظلوم پکار رہا ہے حل من ناصر ینصرنا. ارے میں مدد کے لیے آگے بڑھا تو میں دیکھ رہا ہوں یہ میرا حسین, یہ میرا حسین ہے جو پکار رہا ہے، کوئی ہے جو ہماری مدد کرے، ارے کوئی ہے جو حرم رسول کا، ان رسول زادیوں کا دفاع کرے۔ ایک مرتبہ آپ نے سنا ہے نا کہ زینب نے کچھ شعر سنے تھے، اللہ اکبر، بس آ گئے عزیزان کرام۔ زمین کربلا پر پہنچ کر حسین ابن علی نے خطبات بھی دیے ہیں، الناس عبید الدنیا اور مختلف چیزیں، یا شراف کے مقام پہ تھا۔ بہرحال کچھ شعر پڑھ رہے تھے جس سے بی بی زینب کو پریشانی لاحق ہوئی۔ وہ شعر کا مضمون کیا تھا کہ زمانے وائے ہو تجھ پر کہ تو لوگوں سے وفا نہیں کیا کرتا۔ آخر میں مولا نے فرمایا اور بالآخر اللہ کی طرف لوٹ کر تو جانا ہی۔ ایک مرتبہ زینب کا عجیب حال ہو گیا، پوچھنے لگی بھیا کیا اپنی شہادت کی خبر دے رہے ہو؟ ایک مرتبہ حسین ابن علی نے کچھ ایسا اشارہ دیا کہ زینب اب تاب نہیں لا پائی اور غش کھا کر زمین پہ گر گئی۔ اللہ اکبر، ابھی تو شہادت کی خبر سنی ہے نا۔ حسین ابن علی نے پانی ڈالا شہزادی کو ہوش میں لانے کے لیے، لیکن کہنا یہ تھا کہ یہ ضروری ہے کہ ایک بی بی جس کو پروردگار نے ایک لطیف قلب عطا کیا ہے، سینسٹیو بنایا ہے، ایموشنل بنایا ہے، اور اسی کو اس غم کی ترجمانی کرنی ہے تو یہ غم ڈسپلے کرنا ضروری ہے، ٹھیک ہے۔ لیکن ایک وقت، اب یہ بزرگان کا ایک آخری جملہ، کہ ایک کربلا میں اترنا تھا زینب کا 2 محرم کو، اور 11 محرم کو ایک مرتبہ زینب کی رخصت کا وقت تھا، لیکن رخصت سے پہلے کچھ لمحے تھے جس میں اس نے کیا کام کیا، ایک مرتبہ قتل گاہ کی طرف چلی گئی۔ ارے جس کے اپنے دونوں لال ہوں گے نا، کوئی کہے گا ماں اپنے بچوں کو تلاش، بچوں کو نہیں ڈھونڈ رہی تھی، ایک پتھروں کے ڈھیر سے پتھر ہٹا کر کہہ رہی تھی ہل انت اخی، ارے کیا تو ہی میرا بھائی حسین ہے۔ ایک مرتبہ سید سجاد کی صدا بلند ہوئی تو گھبرا کر سجاد کو دیکھا، ایک مرتبہ حال سجاد کا عجیب ہے، گھبرا کر سجاد کی طرف متوجہ ہوئی، کہنے لگی اے میرے بھائی کی یادگار، ارے کیا جان دینے کا ارادہ کر لیا ہے؟ کہا پھوپھی اماں آپ دیکھ رہی ہیں، اپنے لاشوں پر نماز پڑھی، اپنے لاشوں کو دفن کیا، ارے میرے اقربا کے لاشیں دھوپ میں پڑے ہوئے ہیں۔ عزیزان گرامی، بعض لوگوں نے کہا کہ زینب نے سید سجاد کی طرف توجہ کی تو کیوں کی؟ بعض نے کہا کہ وجہ یہ نہیں تھی کہ سجاد کی حالت ایسی تھی، سجاد نے زینب کا حال دیکھا تھا۔ اب سید سجاد نے پھوپھی اماں کو بچانے کے لیے ارے نعرہ بلند کیا تھا۔ سيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون۔ بار الہ ہماری اس قلیل سی عبادت کو اپنی بارگاہ میں قبول فرمایا۔ حاضرین محفل مجلس بالخصوص جنہوں نے بنیاد رکھی ہے اس غم کی، جو آج بھی زحمت اٹھا رہے ہیں، ان سب کو، تمام جو مینجمنٹ ہے یہاں کی، سب کی بار الہ تمام عزاداروں کی دنیا میں جہاں کہیں بھی ہیں، جو شرعی حاجات ہیں ان کو پورا فرما۔ ہم میں سے جو بیمار ہیں ان کو شفائے کلی، شفائے کاملہ عطا فرما۔ جو مقروض ہیں ان کو قرضوں کو غیب سے ادا فرما دے۔ بہرحال جو والدین اپنے بچوں کی تربیت کے لیے پریشان ہیں، ان کے رشتوں کے لیے پریشان، ان کی مشکلات و پریشانیوں کو غیب سے دور فرما دے۔ حضرت حجت کے ظہور میں تعجیل فرما، ہمیں حضرت کے اعوان و انصار غلاموں میں قرار دے۔ ماتم حسین۔
Ya Hussein, 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 Ya